All right, guys, we are back and we have the first or one of a few Kenpachi gameplay footages out here. So let's actually check this one out. This was posted on Bilibili. Let's actually start playing this. This is going to be interesting. So I already watched this as well. Okay. But looks of it, I'm not too sure, is because when looking at this, I feel like Kenpachi is going to be thrust, but no, it doesn't make sense. He's gonna have to be slash because the pairing of the team doesn't really make sense. He's paired with Ikaku and Byakuya, which doesn't make sense. Let's break this down in a moment. Let's actually rewatch this. Right, okay. So he's basically unleashing his patch. Giving himself a boost. Now the question is this going to be his ultimate? Wait a minute, did we see that just there? Yep, that's his ultimate. Okay, that's going to be his ultimate when he does that. And then he attacks. So how does his technique actually look like? Okay, didn't really see much there. So his animations are fairly basic in this video anyways. Obviously this is, I believe this was from either an older like beta sort of recording. I'm not too sure actually. There is no indication of from when this is. However, it is definitely official. Because we're also able to play against Kenpachi in the game already, and I believe it was in 1 or 2 stories where you're able to play against him. Obviously, it's the old Serete Kenpachi, but yeah, it is already looking fairly good. In my opinion, this is looking very strong. Like, obviously, Kenpachi has never been a very flashy sort of character. He's just a character who gets stuff done. Let me turn this a bit down. He's just a character who gets stuff done and literally just attacks like raw damage output. So in this case as well, they're reflecting it fairly good. When he removes his eye patch to basically unleash his energy, does his attack. So he's a slash character. Apparently, the way this looks, he has like a anti-stun built in. By the looks of it, because he's getting hit from Jidanbo, and it doesn't do nothing to him. Like, it doesn't disrupt his attacks. Whenever you like play with Bankai Ichigo, for example, he just gets disrupted all the time, which is something very annoying with Bankai Ichigo. If you compare that to, for example, Toshiro, when Toshiro has his exclusive weapon, he also has a stun like safety, so he can't be stunned, right, and disrupted. And that's probably going to be the same with Kenpachi here. Now, it's going to be interesting in seeing what kind of teams you're going to play with him, because this right here with Ikaku and Byakuya doesn't really make sense to me. Obviously, Byakuya makes sense as he is going to be the battlefield tactical skill unit, right? That's going to make sense. But Ikaku doesn't really make sense in my opinion. Ikaku is a thrust DPS character. Why would you pair a thrust DPS character with a slash DPS character? That is, if Kenpachi is going to be slash DPS. Obviously, we don't have the confirmations on that as of yet. By the time Kenpachi gets released, I do believe he's going to be maybe February or something like that. Maybe even January 2026 to be released. We're gonna have to see what other characters we're having by then, or we are having with him. As of now, probably Kisuke is going to be the best ultimate support for Kenpachi or any slash team or any team at this given point. However, I do feel like Yachiro may also work very well with Kenpachi, considering they do have a synergy in the anime, obviously, in the manga. So I do feel like that's going to be a team which could work very well. So Byakuya as the tactical battlefield skill unit, Yachiro as the support, and then Kenpachi as maybe the main DPS of the team. That's probably what it's going to be. But yeah, I'm actually waiting to see when we have more information about his kit, because based off this we can't really tell much. We don't also see any damage numbers here, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to see what kind of damage numbers here are, but it seems to be a very low level character at this point because of the HP. numbers at the bottom. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be a very much built character. Nevertheless, this is everything as what we have for this moment. I'm gonna keep you guys updated as soon as you have more information about Kenpachi or any other character. Do let me know down below in the comment sections what you think about this video footage here about Kenpachi's gameplay. And yeah, as always, thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.